Hey, what's up guys, it's Ohmwrecker, and this is some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare gameplay on PC. Normally I like to do live commentary, but given the Twitch nature of Call of Duty, it's very, very difficult to actually do that when you're actually trying to concentrate and kick some ass. It's, you know, just very, very twitchy gameplay, as you can see. But anyway, I did want to talk about it a little bit because this is going to be more of like a quick look, not so much like entertaining commentary that I normally do on my other, multiplayer collabs, stuff like that. But I did want to cover the game because obviously it just came out. I used to play a ton of Call of Duty, and the past couple of releases haven't been all that great. One thing that was supposed to be good about this one is there were supposed to be dedicated servers, and oddly enough, there's not dedicated servers, at least as far as I can tell. I've heard of some host migration stuff happening and whatnot. You can definitely feel like the lag that you'd get in the past few versions of Call of Duty on PC, and there's rubber banding, stuff like that, where you bump up to or against another player, and you'll kind of bounce back, or even a latency issues that comes with peer-to-peer, where somebody will shoot you even though on your screen you very clearly haven't seen them yet. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. But hopefully Sledgehammer will go and get dedicated servers implemented in the game. But overall, though, I'd say it's a pretty decent experience. I mean, it's kind of like they're trying to do kind of like a Titanfall / Call of Duty hybrid here. This definitely does not have nearly as much of the verticality as Titanfall, where Titanfall looks like the level is really yours, whereas in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, you can certainly use your jetpack. You can get up on, little surfaces, or not surfaces, but ceilings and whatnot, so you can climb up edges and stuff like that. But it doesn't give you quite the amount of freedom that you see in Titanfall. So not quite on that level, but it's still, kind of a cool concept. The parkour feels pretty good when you're climbing up stuff, but it is kind of a bummer where you'll reach certain surfaces and it's like, nope, you can't go there. There's actually one level in particular where I very clearly recall trying to get up on areas where it looks like I should have, but the game would make me hit an invisible wall instead of climbing up and say you're out of bounds for a split second too. So it just kind of takes you out of the, or it kills the immersion a little bit. That's kind of what I'm going for there. But aside from that, performance has been kind of a little bit goofy too with this version. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm running a GTX 980, and if I turn on everything, the game obviously looks pretty damn good, but my frame rate dies. I don't know why. The game doesn't support SLI right now, or at least on NVIDIA cards, so it's really tough to say what the devs were going for. I mean, and also when you look at the visuals, kind of tough to understand how it's so demanding, because it looks pretty good, but I don't know if I could say it's Battlefield good or any other current gen game. Even Evolve looks amazing, and that runs really, really great on my system, and that's not even out yet. That's an alpha, so I did have to turn off some things in order to record this gameplay at 60 FPS, which is, again, just kind of weird. But it might be all the particle effects. I don't know. Maybe, they'll reveal some information as to what's going on, or what sort of effects they're doing that is causing that sort of performance hit. But also, another big issue I've had with the game is that a lot of times when I go to connect, just even right before this video, I had to sit there and try connecting for over 45 minutes with it telling me it was trying to connect the online services, and then it would eventually tell me that the services are unavailable. Yes, 45 minutes it took me to get into the game on the second day. This is not day 0, but second day of release, essentially. Or day 1, I guess I would call it. And I had the same issue yesterday, and this is all while they've got this double XP event going on. I've seen a lot of complaints on the Steam forums stuff, people just really upset that they're not able to use their double XP, and I've kind of been in the same boat. Hopefully Activision and Sledgehammer will actually go and extend that. That would be really nice, given that a lot of people have had trouble playing multiplayer, and double XP, it's actually quite helpful. Another thing I want to touch on is they've got these unlocks now in the game that it's almost kind of like opening up chests and stuff in CSGO, except as far as I can tell right now they're not selling them, you just earn them by playing. I wouldn't be surprised though if they start selling them. They also have different tiers of cosmetics and stuff, and even guns, which is kind of interesting. The cosmetics are clothing, it's your glasses or your helmets or your body armor, stuff like that, and they have different you know, like there's essentially, I don't know exactly what they call them, but it's like professional grade, which is like tier 2, and then there's like a top tier, I think it's called elite or something, or I forget what the name is, but you know, it's essentially like you're trying to get these drops that are really rare, and when it comes to weapons, they, you know, might be special in some way. I had one on my other account, my Steam Press account. I actually had one pair of weapons that were heavy machine guns that you could only use in, you had to use them akimbo, which I don't know if that's the normal state of that gun, but I thought it was pretty interesting, where akimbo heavy machine guns, you can actually go into like a lockdown state where you're stuck on the ground and then you unload on people, you get more accuracy when you're in that mode, but you're also just standing there, which is really risky given how quick people die in this game, as you can see. So, also, the kill streaks, I feel like they've taken a step back a bit. I also noticed that in Ghosts as well. Man, I kind of wish like the Black Ops, you know, type kill streak, stuff like that, where there's just a lot of different options and a variety. Where in this one, there's, you know, only a small number. I don't want to say handful, but there's a small number of kill streaks, and then you could customize the kill streaks to enhance them in different ways. But I don't know if I'm feeling that so much. I kind of feel like they've taken a couple steps back with the kill streaks, and also with the perks. You know, some of the perks have now gone into like a suit use, where you'll notice in this video I'm occasionally using silent footsteps. Well, this suit, you can give yourself different things, but they're only for a duration of time. It's not like in some of the previous Call of Duty games where you would get to use them indefinitely because that's the perk you chose. Also, the perks themselves are very, very limited. Again, I just feel like they're taking steps back, removing some of the fun stuff that was in the game. And I haven't seen all the kill streaks yet, but I'm really wondering, you know, what to expect with some of the higher tier ones, because I don't know, it feels like they don't want those things to be as powerful as they used to be, when that's actually kind of what I used to find so fun, is like getting some of the really crazy powerful stuff, you know, calling in that AC-130, or, you know, even the tactical nuke and stuff like that. I kind of miss that stuff. So, but overall, I mean, it's a decent Twitch FPS. They, you know, as long as they get this online services stuff fixed, and as long as they bring in the dedicated servers for PC, I think, you know, I'll view this one as kind of in a much better light than the past couple, especially Ghosts, because Ghost was just not good. But definitely not the best in the franchise in terms of multiplayer. I'm going to jump into the campaign, though, soon. I don't think I'm going to do videos on it on YouTube, but I've heard really good things about the campaign. I heard it's a really good story, the action's good, stuff like that. So if you're into story stuff, you'll probably enjoy it. But for multiplayer, it's really up to you. You know, I personally, I don't know. I think I'd almost rather play Titanfall. But again, they're different games. So you guys let me know what you thought, though, of this video, and also what you're thinking of the game. If you have it, are you enjoying it? Do you think it's one of the better ones in the franchise? And yeah, that's about it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I look forward to your feedback, and I will see all of you guys next time.